And after that, Club 99er Kathleen Lawson will talk to you about our next new member orientation. So, Elizabeth.
If y'all will join me in our 5-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And is it fun? So happy Halloween, everyone. I did a little research for our prayer today about Halloween. So there was Samhain, which was a Druid holiday. There was a celebration by the Romans of the goddess Pomona, who was part of the Harvest Festival, and that's where all of the bobbing for apples came. And then there was All Hallows Eve, which was a tradition to be a vigil before All Saints Day. So those all turned into Halloween, which is now our common holiday that we share. So I found a prayer of protection since so many people are going to be out and about tonight. So if you'll bow your heads, please. Dear God, we ask that your hand of protection be on everyone out trick-or-treating this Halloween. Keep them safe from harm, protect them from injury, protect them from dangerous people, protect them from getting lost. Be with each child, parent, and guardian. Help them to feel safe and secure in our community. Amen. And join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, everybody. We are going to do some guest introductions. If you could stand with your sponsor or your person you've come with, we'll applaud at the end. But we've got Kyle Taylor, Jerica Hanna, Mary Claire, all from the Magic Springs, it looks like, Adam Mitchell, Sophie Jackson. Adam Mitchell is a guest of Wendy Wood. Sophie Jackson, guest of Brad Burleson. Angel Burt is a guest of Patricia Blick, and we have Becca Green. And we also have one visiting Rotarian from Indiana, Bob Stoltz. So if we could just say thank you to our guests and welcome.
Good afternoon. Our next new member orientation is on Wednesday, November 8th from 11:30 to 12:30 at the Museum of Discovery. In the spirit of fun, we have a special treat for those who can attend. We will have a fun science demo immediately following orientation. So if you need to attend, that's a great opportunity. Please let Karen or myself know. If you cannot attend next Wednesday from 11:30 to 12:30, we will have another one in January, and we will have that date soon. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth, Lori, and Kathleen. And Kathleen, thanks for chairing new member orientation this year. You are the guide to go from red to blue badge, so we appreciate it. Okay, so a few announcements before we kind of get into all of our fun today. First, big shout out to Courtney Little, who is our drug take-back chairman. He, along with Club 99ers Barry Goldberg, Misty Duffy, and Maya Witherton, braved all of that pouring rain on Saturday to take in a lot of old and unused prescription drugs. So I came out there for a little bit and joined them, and they got tons of, even with that rain, lots of boxes. I mean, they had, I think the police department and the DEA took around 11 big, huge boxes of people's, discarded prescription drugs. So that was awesome. So here's just a couple of pictures from that rainy day. And then there's a quick little clip from THV about drug take back that we thought we'd show really quick.
Even through the rain, people still came out to take part in National Drug Take-Back Day. Park Plaza Mall partnered with the Rotary Club of Little Rock and Little Rock Police to host the drive-thru. People could come and drop off old or unused prescription drugs. The goal of this is to help in the fight against opioids. You can participate beyond just today. Some sites are open every day. That includes Arkansas Children's, UAMS Health and Wellness Center, and even some pharmacies.
So definitely, guys, if you didn't get a chance to stop by and bring those drugs, there's definitely places that you can do it all year. And then in April, there'll be another big drug take-back day that we'll be participating in. So thanks to all of you guys. Also, big stellar group of volunteers at Aldersgate Fish Fry this weekend. So thank you guys again for braving the rain and doing that. Thank you. Big shout out to Jason Parker, who's chaired that this year. So that's a big annual event that we've supported for a long time. So thank you guys very much. And then finally, we have just a few spots for our Club 99 dinners next week. Next Tuesday, remember, we don't have a lunch. It's our Club 99 dinners. We do have a few spots. If you haven't RSVP'd and you would like to attend, definitely email Karen or Mandy Richardson today and let them know, and they'll plug you in, because Mandy will be sending out emails to everyone who's registered this afternoon telling you where your location is. So that's exciting, and it is definitely going to be a lot of fun. All right, so I think that is it for some of our announcements today. So for our guests today, this year's theme at Rotary Club of Little Rock is the power of fun. And I mean, what better way to celebrate the power of fun than Halloween? I love Halloween, y'all. So it really is like one of my favorite holidays. And I'm kind of one of those crazy Halloween people. And I know this might not seem quite right, but fear is fun, y'all. Fear is fun. And let me tell you a little bit, hang with me for a minute, let me tell you why. So doctors say that fear stimulates the same centers of the brain as happiness, and when experienced without a threat of real danger, it can benefit us in all the same ways that we've been talking about how true fun can benefit us. So fear kicks off adrenaline and dopamine, much like fun. So good news here for people like me. Doctors say people who seek out scary experiences for fun aren't wired differently. We are not weird people. Since it's the same part of our brain firing off for fear or fun, it's fear in a fun way, say a haunted house or a roller coaster or something that way, it can be fun. And so once the body or brain recognizes that the immediate stressor is no longer posing a threat, adrenaline stops working, and essentially you're left with this euphoric rush of dopamine and serotonin. So when the fear of the scary movie or the roller coaster or the haunted house subsides, we are often left with feelings of pleasure. So according to doctors and researchers, this isn't just the relief of survival. It's a biochemical rush of neurotransmitters that make us feel happy and content. And then there's the social aspect. If you are in a frightening situation with others, there is this shared bonding experience. You remember we were talking about connectivity and playfulness and flow. All of that is in a moment when you're with somebody in a fearful moment. Once again, a hormone there is responsible, and this time it's oxytocin. So oxytocin influences social behavior and is involved in the creation of group memories and bonding. So again, fear is fun, especially when you're with friends. So knowing this, I thought it would be really fun to ask another Club 99er to go through a haunted house with me. So John, who owns Fear Factory 501, we called him up and said, hey, would you be okay with this? So I don't know if any of you guys are Ellen fans, but I'm when Ellen had her show, a huge fan. One of my favorite segments was every year she sent her executive producer, Andy Lassner, through a haunted house with like either another team member on the Ellen show or, it was like celebrities, Ariana Grande, all these different people. And it was like the funniest thing I've ever seen. So I pictured myself doing this with Brad Burleson. So I asked him, I said, do you want to go through this haunted house with me? And Kyle is going to video it. And he was like, okay. So I am here to share that video with you guys. I will tell you that moments before we went through this haunted house, Brad shared that he had never been through a haunted house. Okay. And then Kyle, the videographer, also said, me either. I'm like, wow, okay, this is going to be an experience. So John took Kyle through the haunted house backwards, holding his hoodie, and filmed this. And it is, y'all, I just cried laughing. It's hysterical. So fear is fun, y'all.
Isn't that wild? I want one so bad. Jason, get me this 12-foot skeleton, will you?
So, this is not the.
Brad can't talk because he's so scared.
Natalie,
What do you think about this?
she told me we're going on the guessing company Christmas shopping trip, and I'm here with like dead people and.
Oh my God. Okay, John, come over here.
How you guys doing?
Okay, so this is John, who owns Fear Factory 501. Fear is fun, Brad. Fear is fun. There's a lot of people that come to see this man because it's fun.
It's entertaining.
We'll
It can get your blood pumping, but after it's done, you just sit back and you smile.
Okay, would you recommend this for people who are on blood pressure medication?
Sure, why not? As long as it's not extreme.
She didn't believe me, but I've never been to a haunted house.
Okay, you're in for a treat.
Okay, what should I expect?
Expect to be scared.
Sure.
Expect to be entertained. I'm not going to promise I can scare everybody.
Oh, I
By the time
guarantee
they're
you,
through.
you're going to scare him.
Okay. Let's say we get in here and decide we don't want to be in here. Who do we call?
Yeah, you got to call the Ghostbusters.
How many people each year die in haunted houses?
I claim the fifth on that.
Natalie.
I can't be kidding you. They got information.
One last thing. Natalie has an aversion to chainsaws.
Oh, God.
She was.
I have a bad high school memory from a haunted house in Benton that I'll never get over. Is there a chainsaw in this haunted
I
house?
can't tell you everything that's in there. There possibly could be a chainsaw in there.
Oh God.
We actually have to go through it. Like we have to. We just can't sit in our.
Do we have anybody else come?
Did you wear your Depends? It's all fun, y'all. It's fun. Fear is fun, Brad. All right, let's go. Okay. Okay, guys. Here we go.
Did you know fingers are the best bones to sharpen things on, darling?
She's okay. She's normal. Feel like.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
I can see you. Oh, God. Okay.
What's back there?
Somebody's back there.
No, it's a mirror.
Is
Is that a bad word?
It's just a mirror. Oh no. Creepy doll.
Don't touch me!
Somebody's behind me. Oh my God. Okay, sir, we're just gonna walk by. Hi, how are you? Good. We'd like to just walk by.
That's fine.
You seem a little nervous. Very.
It's safe.
Oh my God, she has no eyes!
It's her again.
Oh no. I'm only halfway through.
We're good. Just stay right there. I hate you. John?
Oh my God, and of course, it ended on a chainsaw, y'all. Kyle, were you scared?
I didn't have to look at most of it.
How was your first haunted house? Fear is fun.
Please never make me do this again.
Oh, thank you.
My heart rate went from 58 to 173, John. You can't fake this.
So the Fear Factory does work.
It does. The Fear Factory definitely works. You also didn't have to call 911. Oh my God. Y'all give it up for Brad Burleson. I'm crying. Oh God. It is so funny. Brad will probably never go to haunted house again. Oh my gosh. John, that was so fun. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, so that was a super hilarious kickoff to what is sure to be a super fun and spooky program today. So Rachel O'Neill, Queen of Halloween herself, is going to moderate this. So along with being the editor of the high profile section of the Democrat Gazette, Rachel's an avid Halloween fan and is convinced her 1890s era Victorian house that she shares with her husband is haunted. Spooky. Okay, so Rachel is going to introduce today's panelists and moderate a great conversation today on the business of Halloween. So, Rachel.
Oh, okay, good. Well, if I wasn't scared before now, I am scared now after watching that video, I have to say. And Natalie mentioned, yes, I do live in an 1890 house. It's in the Quapaw Quarter District. And after we moved in, not long after we moved in, strange little things started happening. Gifts were left for me. And I think we have a picture of the gifts somewhere. They don't all come at once, but they come every now and then. Over the years, and it's all been small items of jewelry. Do we have a picture of the jewelry? Well, okay, so there's the jewelry. It's not mine. There's an old button that was shown that you can see in there. What I didn't include in that picture are pebbles. 2 times in a row, not 2 times in a row, but twice, pebbles have fallen from the ceiling in my kitchen, and I don't have a pebble ceiling. And then if you can go to the other picture, this picture was taken last year. I was taking a picture of my ferns, and I sent it to my team on Slack, and they said, "What is that on the right side?" And there was nothing there. And I took several pictures of it. I could not see anything when I looked at it, but there is clearly something in a white shirt that you can see on the right side of the picture. Plus, you hear things that go bump in the night, but that could just be because I live in a house that was built in 1890 and the floors creak. I don't know. So that's just a little look at my haunted business. So we have some guests today with us who are all spooky scary. We have Seth Lowton, who joined Magic Springs Theme Park and Water Park as the marketing and sales manager. Here he comes in 2022. Seth is a well-seasoned professional with nearly 20 years of communication and sales experience. Before joining the park, he worked as the communications director at the Reform Alliance in Little Rock and in internet marketing and sales at Park Plaza in Hot Springs. His work history also includes, this is a long work history, I'm telling y'all, he's an experienced guy. His work history also includes serving as creative director of the Philippines-based Asian Pacific Media. What is that?
It's a media outlet that's located in the Philippines.
Did you live there?
For a brief time.
Okay. And as logistics coordinator for Asian Compassion Touch based in China. Do you speak Chinese?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you're not going to show us today too? Can you?
I don't think that's really fun or frightening.
Oh, it would frighten me to try to speak Chinese, believe me. A Hot Springs native, Seth holds a BA in religious studies and philosophy and a minor in cross-cultural communication from, how do you say that college?
Evangel University.
Evangeline University in Springfield, Missouri. Additionally, Seth has offered his services to several organizations across China and the U.S., including hospital feeding programs, clean water initiatives, foster care programs, rural wellness clinics, and much, much more. Welcome. Welcome
Well, thank
to the
you.
panel. Next, we have John Vestman, as you just met on the big screen.
Keep your microphone close.
Oh, can you not hear me? Okay. He currently resides in Cabot, where he operates Fear Factor 501 haunted attractions. He's a retired veteran of the United States Air Force, where he served for 20 years in logistics management and earned a bachelor's degree in logistics during his time there. What else did he do? He served in many countries overseas and was involved in Operation Desert Storm, provide hope and provide relief, and the war on Iraq. Let's see, you saw his Fear Factor 501 in Jacksonville, where he entertains thousands of people each year. Welcome. Welcome to our panel.
Thank you.
And finally, we have Becky Bolding. She and her husband, Mike, are Halloween fanatics. They operate the Haunted Hotel of Arkansas, which they've been hosting haunted houses for 16 years. It's filled with terrifying creatures, spooky settings, and hair-raising sound effects. Haunted Hotel of Arkansas offers a unique and immersive haunted house experience that leaves guests shaking in fear. All right, so today is Halloween, and I looked up some stats, and according to the National Retail Federation, consumers are expected to spend a whopping $12.2 billion on Halloween this year. If that's right, that'll top the record set last year of $10 billion. That's incredible. And that's a return to the pre-pandemic levels, right, guys? Like last year, the top way consumers are planning to spend their money was on Halloween candy. And have you seen the price of chocolate lately? A drought has caused chocolate prices to soar to record levels. Also, they're going to be decorating their houses and yards, dressing in costumes, throwing parties, and taking their kids trick-or-treating. Sorry about that. In addition to that, costumes. Costumes cost a crazy amount of money this year. When I was a kid, we'd go raid my mom's linen closet, cut some holes out of the sheet, and go as a ghost. Well, this year, kids are spending tons of money to dress up like, witches, Barbie, you name it. Prices of costumes are incredibly high. And just think about adult costumes. I looked up to see how much it would cost for me to dress up as Barbie. A similar outfit to the movie where she wore that cowboy outfit would cost $140 on Amazon. And that doesn't even include the hat and the
That
scarf.
sounds cheap.
It doesn't sound cheap?
It does sound real
But
cheap.
if you go as Ken, that's only going to cost you $40. And $40 you get the tank top, the matching shorts, the vest, the visor, the green sweatbands, and you'll never wear it again unless you're Kenny Gibbs. So tell me, what are you going to be wearing for Halloween this year?
Well, Halloween is today, and you are seeing me in costume. Normally, this is not what I wear.
Oh.
So.
What do you normally wear?
What I normally wear is what we wear normally in the park is our park uniform. That seems to be more comfortable. Of course, tennis shoes, because we do a lot of walking when we're there. There's a lot of hills in the park, and so we are totally prepared for that. But no, today, I just decided to spruce up a little bit, and this is what I call dressed up.
Oh, you look very nice. And John, what are you wearing tonight?
I think I got it on.
Where'd you get that shirt?
I'll be greeting people, and so
Gotcha.
this is how I'll be dressed.
Becky,
I'll be dressed as a zombie dancer.
you're going to be a zombie dancer?
Yes.
What is a zombie dancer?
We have a room full of zombies that, like, just crowd them in and straight to them.
That sounds more fun than mine.
Yeah.
Well, probably so.
It sounds more fun than Seth's, too. So, Seth, so Magic Springs turns into Magic Screams
That
for the
is correct.
holiday season. Tell us a little bit about what that means.
Well, our park goes through a complete transformation. So we go from your typical theme water park to something that is incredibly focused on Halloween. We call it Magic Screams, to the point that we put a giant skull in our fountain. We change the color of the water and it turns red. We have other decorations that are all throughout the park. We have skeletons hung upside down with spider webs. We have mummies. We have a haunted house. We have scare zones. That's what we call little areas in the park where you can walk through, and characters, you might meet somebody that you've never seen before. Like, I was actually walking through the park 2 weeks ago, and I didn't know that we had a new scare actor, and I was totally unprepared for this person to, like, I thought it was just a prop. But she was just a tiny person that, like, jumped out at me. But it was fantastic. So the park goes through this this whole change, and we really lean into Halloween. It's one of our most favorite times of the year, and it's something that we really felt like really was a benefit to especially our season pass holders.
So when I think of Magic Springs, I think of kids. So is Magic Screams set up for kids, adults? What's your age range?
The good thing is what we do is we say Magic Screams, fun by day, fright by night. So fun by day is like we open up at noon and we have a trick or treat trail that's sponsored by Ellen Tillery that kids can go through. They can get candy. They play little games. They can win candy. We have pumpkin painting and other crafts that are available. We have different contests. We have, for ages 6 and younger, we have a pumpkin roll contest that they can enter, and everybody wins a prize. They roll a pumpkin down the hill. Parents love it. Kids love it. It's great. We also have costume contests. And this Saturday, we're actually having our group costume contest. So we have people, families that have come in, and they do dress up in all manners of costumes, and they really go all out. Last year, we had people that dressed up like the entire cast from Stranger Things, or we had people dress up like a Monopoly board. I mean, it could be any and everything. And so we're really looking forward to that, and that's what we have during the day. And on Sundays, we have our Mummy Wrap Challenge, where you and your friend just take a roll of toilet paper and see how fast you can wrap somebody up.
You wouldn't have done that during the pandemic. You remember that?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, but yeah, but it's a great time.
Becky, so the haunted hotel. Tell me about that. What does the facility look like?
It's around 15,000 square foot.
Oh wow.
Warehouse. It has office space in the front that we don't use, but from our entry, we have about a 3,000 square foot area that they wait inside. We also have cover waiting outside, but we are movie themed.
You were what?
We movie theme ours, like Freddy, Jason, those type of things. It's a walkthrough. We do have a guide that makes sure that they get from front to back. Last night we had about 8 surrender that couldn't make it past the first half. We took them out the side door because one was hyperventilating so bad. I don't know.
You mentioned at the table that some of your actors are as a firefighter and a nurse. Have you had to call on their duties for these people who are hyperventilating?
No, they're usually already there with us. We have security and we have firefighters and EMTs that are on site. So if somebody does panic or get anxieties themselves, that they can help them calm down.
Wow. So does that happen a lot?
John, tell them. Quite often.
It does happen.
So is there an
quite
age
often.
range for your house or your hotel?
There's not. It's parents' discretion because we have all live monsters. We have 40 plus monsters in the house. So I tell them they're probably going to be sleeping with you for a couple of weeks if you bring any of them under 10.
Okay. And John, tell me, we saw the example of your house, but how many people do you expect each night, and how many do you expect tonight?
We expect somewhere in between 800 and 1,500.
Tonight?
Tonight.
Yes.
Whoa. And how do you do that? How many people do you hire part-time or seasonally to do this?
It takes us somewhere around 50 people to run our operations.
Okay. And have you also experienced people who, like Natalie, were screaming and couldn't take it?
Oh yes, every night.
Okay. Give me some examples of what have happened.
Oh, we've had like a panic attack there, and then you got to call the ambulance, which they're a block away, so they'll be over there, and we'll get them all calmed down, and then they get to go home peacefully.
So how big a business is Magic Screams for Magic Springs?
Usually we run Magic Screams for about 5 weekends. And for us, that turns into about 25,000 visitors over the course of all 5 weeks.
And this is the end of your season, isn't it?
It is. We actually extended to this next weekend because of the weather last weekend. So this coming weekend, the 4th and 5th, is the last weekend of Magic Screams.
Okay. And John, how did last weekend's weather affect your business?
Last weekend's weather was excruciating. Our crowds were probably down by 50%. We still seen about 800 people on Saturday, but that normally would have been somewhere up around 2,000.
Wow. And so, Becky, you're in Pulaski County, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're out on Arch Street Pike. So how do you compete with the state fair? Is your biggest competition right now?
That is our competition, but this year we didn't do it, but from 2019, of course, they didn't have the state fair in 2020, but we also presented a scare at the fair. So we intertwined our haunt with the fair and was able to work the fair and the haunt prior to this year. This year we decided it was a little too much.
So what do you do in your day job, Becky?
Oh, do I have?
Uh-oh.
I own a bail bond company.
And is the bail bond company at the haunted hotel?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you
And
keep
I
that
don't hire
separate.
people I get out either.
And John, what do you do in off-season?
I'm a property manager.
Okay.
I have rental properties that I manage and
Tell us about, we saw the set, so tell us about the sets that you have to build.
we have
We'll start with John and come back to you.
like the first one in there. That's just an old cabin or whatever. We go find old lumber and we repurpose it and build it into the scene that we need it to be.
Okay, and I heard you guys talking at lunch. They were talking like the trade of Halloween, and you were talking about Halloween, was it conventions?
Yes, we go to conventions and there's a lot of great ideas there, a lot of expensive props. Where'd my tree go? I got a tree over there.
Come up, tree, show us the tree.
That's one of our props that we bought at a Halloween convention.
Becky, do you guys build your own props too?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and how about Magic Screams? How does the props work there?
Well, it's a mix. We build a lot, but we also, there is a cost involved. There is purchasing different costumes and different things for our scare actors. But I really have to, give a shout out to our shows guy. His name is Aaron. He put in a lot of work this year. He built our Laugh Last Scare Zone, kind of up the game this year, and also Wasteland, our haunted house, is really something special. So we salvage everything that we can, and he kind of took it and he ran with it.
So do you guys consider yourself competitors?
No.
I think we all work together.
Okay.
Because unlike a lot of other businesses, if you buy one thing, you're done. With this, you go to one haunted house or one haunted attraction, and you want to go to another. And so people go to all of them. I hear people talking about Magic Screams that's at my place. I hear them talking about the Haunted Hotel and multiple others as well.
So how do you get the word out about your business? How is it a word of mouth? Are you advertising? How do you get that word out?
Expensive advertising, billboards. We got TV commercials running on AMC, ESPN,
Hey, Siri,
radio,
Google,
Facebook, all the social media sites.
Yeah, we see the Magic Springs ads, but
Yeah, you do.
yes. And so Becky, same thing, social
Same
media
thing,
mostly?
Yes, social media. Like HauntPay, the online HauntPay, they do ads for us and things like that.
So why did you get into this business? Why did you and your hubby decide to get into this business? Are you believers in the haunted spirits or what?
Well, no, my husband has had this passion since he was 13 years old. He built his first haunted house in his next door neighbor's barn. And I met him when I was 28, and we've been together ever since. I met him at the expo where we did the first haunted house together, and we've been doing them ever since.
You got married at a haunted expo?
No, we did the haunted. We met. We met at the expo where we did a haunted house at, and we were married the next year, and we've been together 25 years.
Please tell me you got married on Halloween.
No.
My parents got married on Halloween, believe it or
We
not.
never have a honeymoon or anything.
Well, you wouldn't be able to celebrate your anniversary if you got married.
We had a proposal this year in the middle of our haunted
Really?
house. Yes,
So tell
we
us
did.
about that.
They stopped right in the middle, and I guess the guy got scared or whatever, and he got down on one knee, and we didn't know if he was praying or.
Well, do you have to tell us, did she say yes?
She said yes.
Well, thank goodness. You have people at Magic Screams proposing also?
No, but we have had people at the park, propose, like at one of our summer concerts that happened, where they connected with the artist, and the guy came up, and in front of everybody there, he proposed. It was really kind of cool.
So earlier we talked a little bit about kids, and it's Halloween, and it's trick or treat, and the tricks can be kind of gruesome. What have you experienced in Magic Springs with some of these kids who, maybe are a little too excited about the holiday?
Everybody needs to be excited about the holiday, and we're in the business of fun, right? We want everyone to have a good time, and usually when we're dealing with a couple of youngsters that are just like really excited, and it's a time for everyone to dress up, and they have a mask on or they're in costume, we understand that they're just having a good time. But sometimes some kids get a little bit rambunctious, and all you really have to do is kind of nudge them in the right direction.
John?
I agree with that. Yeah, they get a little anxious or whatever, and we just calm them down and we go from there.
And Becky, you said you had police presence on site.
Yes, well, we're located next to the Pulaski County substation also. So, I mean, we can calm the kids down too. And sometimes when they get overly excited, some of my monsters will high five them or something to make sure that they know that they're not out to hurt them.
Did I hear that you were originally behind the Pulaski County Jail?
Yes, ma'am, for several years.
That's spooky.
That's scary on its own.
So why did you choose your location, your current location?
I've been trying to get him to move for a long time. I was tired of being behind the jail. It really isn't a good area. Arch Street is a better area. It's a better building. The gentleman wouldn't take care of the building we were in, and he wanted us to do all his updates for him, so we decided to take it to a building that a man wanted to keep his building updated.
And how did you choose your location, John?
Well, like I said, I'm a property manager, and I had a commercial piece of real estate, and it was empty, and a buddy of mine at the time was running a haunted attraction up in Missouri, and we went and toured that, and he's like, "You need to start one of these, John. It's right down your alley." I'm in entertainment anyway, so I said, "Yeah, we'll try that." So I took about a year. I started in 2010, and I was open by the 2011 season in the current building that I'm in now.
And Seth, your background is varied, but it doesn't have anything to do with theme parks. So how did you get into the theme park business?
The theme park business, especially what I do in marketing and sales, is it's just basically you have to believe in what you do, and you tell other people what you believe and how it can benefit them. So in all the other things I've done throughout my career has basically followed that same principle. You want to give something to someone that they believe in and that you believe in and that you care about. And it is extremely easy for me to care about Magic Springs in general. I mean, I'm from Hot Springs. It has been a part of my life growing up. Everyone in Hot Springs can tell you, "Oh yeah, going to Magic Springs, it's just what it is. It's in the fabric of our community." So it was a much easier transition than some people would think.
On paper, it looks kind of, different.
Yeah, but it's okay to be different.
Yes, it is. So Becky, how many seasonal employees do you hire every year on average?
On an average, anywhere from 40 to 60.
Okay. And which of it I know some are firefighters, some are nurses, but can you give us an idea of what these people do for day jobs before they get dressed up like ghouls?
There's all different kinds. I've got postmen. I've got RNs. We've got CNAs. I have secretaries in businesses. Most of my people have been with me quite 5+ years. I don't have very many that are not, but they come from their day jobs and come straight to the haunt and get ready.
And John, tell me about training your employees. What kind of training do they go through?
We usually start the end of July, and we have bi-monthly meetings, and we'll meet. And first we get all the actors together, and then we just start training. We'll go in the haunted house, and we'll put them in a scenario. This is what your scenario is. You act it out for us.
What about safety? How do you train on safety?
All of our actors know where all the exits are at, and they know how to get anybody, whether if someone was injured in there, whether they fell down and they need helped out. But we have 6 emergency exits that they'll take them to.
Has anyone ever fainted?
Yes, so we've had people faint, and normally we'll try to take care of them in place if we could get them up pretty quick. We have had to manually pick people up and carry them. But,
Whoa. Becky,
and
have you-
it's part of it.
you've had people faint also?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you do?
We have to pick them up and try to get them out so nobody stomps trying to get over them.
Is there an option? Can you do like the less scary tour?
I don't think there's such thing. If you're going to haunted house,
We do a kids hour
Okay.
that we turn lights on, and we'll put 2 or 3 actors in there, and we'll do that once or twice a year for the real young ones, and that's just to build our future community, get them going to the haunted houses when they're young, and then as they continue, then they'll grow into the full-fledged haunted house.
Okay. And Magic Springs, how do you address safety?
We do have different exits that are throughout the house. We have EMTs that are on park, so they're on property. When there is any kind of incident, like if someone has a panic attack or something along those lines, the house stops. We call the EMTs. We go in there. We take care of them. We remove them from there, take them down, get them checked out. That's usually how that goes.
Okay, so tonight, what do you expect tonight as far as turnout, Becky?
anywhere from 8 to 1,200 people.
So you think your customers are overlapping any? Are they going
oh,
to
yeah.
Jack?
Send them to each other. When
I
they
mean, on the
leave
same
us.
night?
Oh, yeah, we pass out each other's flyers. Here, go check them out.
Yes.
What time do you guys close tonight?
Stop selling tickets at 12 o'clock.
And we
Midnight.
finish our lines.
How late do you think you're going to be up tonight?
1, 2 o'clock.
Somewhere in there. We have been up as late as 3 and 4 sometimes.
So you're building new sets every year. What are you planning on for next year, John?
I haven't visualized that idea yet.
Okay, okay. And you are based on movies. So do you do contemporary movies? Are you going old school?
Old school. We're
Like,
old
give
school.
some ideas of what you do.
Like Freddie in the Boiler Room, Jason Voorhees. We do a Voorhees tent scene with Camp Crystal Lake. We have an exorcist scene, things like that, with the priest.
And I went on your website and saw a lot of clowns. And for some people, clowns are really scary.
Those are my favorite.
Those clowns are your favorites? Yeah. Okay. What is your favorite, John?
I think serial killers are my favorite.
I wouldn't call serial killers my favorite. Okay, everybody's scooting away from And Seth's?
Well, in the movies, I just, you always got to see the serial killer. So,
What's your favorite horror movie?
my favorite movie, I think this year has been Silent Hill.
I don't know that one.
I got my nurse. Oh, that ain't my nurse over there. She usually my nurse. She's dressed up different today. There's a character from Silent Hill. That's one of the city folks that's gonna come in and clear the scene out.
Is there a must-see movie every year for you?
I like them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Becky?
Us too. We just try to keep updated on the movies that are coming out. Like we put a Stranger Things room in ours also. We put that in last year. But every couple of years we try to take the new ones out and put the newer ones in that they're watching.
You've been in this business a while, so what are the changes that you've seen over the years?
Just the restrictions on how we have to build and the codes and things like that. They're really strict on us.
Who is they?
The fire marshals. We're all inspected by the fire marshals before we open. They're really picky on what we need to do for safety reasons.
And John, what about the change in your clientele? Have you seen a change over the years of people coming through?
I'm seeing that younger kids are wanting to come out more. When we first started, I think it was more 18 to 35. Now I'm seeing 9, 10 to 35 is the main crowd.
Okay.
We get busloads of 12 and 13-year-olds. I mean, from the schools, they come out there. I think last weekend it was Newport brought a bus down from Newport.
We had a Poen bus come in.
So all of you are getting
Yeah.
guests from
Oh, yeah.
all over the state, right? So are most of your guests at Magic Screams the same guests that come to Magic Springs?
There is some overlap in that, but we also get some other guests because Halloween is just a different kind of time. And so people do come specifically for Magic Screams. That's the time that they want to be in the park, experience the food, the house, everything like that.
And so everybody's been talking about customers that are up to age 35-ish, I think you guys said. Do you get older clients or customers?
At Magic Screams, we most definitely do. Now they probably will sit down and let their kids do stuff,
Right.
but they come in and there are some people, in my age range. I'm older than 35, so those people they also come in, go through the house.
I didn't mean
as well.
that was 35 is the oldest. That's just the biggest age group.
Mhm.
We get them up to, I have a 80-year-old that I haven't seen this year, but probably 81 now, but that had been through like the last 5 years.
So Halloween's not just
Yeah.
for kids anymore?
Oh, no.
Okay. And so tonight is the big night, right? Is this the moneymaker night? Or is it the whole, do you make most of your money on Halloween night, or is it spread out through your whole season?
I don't know about Magic Screams, but I say it's the Saturday before Halloween.
So that's
is
why I
our
asked about
biggest
that rate,
day.
yeah.
Yes.
That's where we do get a lot of people from out of the area. So if they're driving down from Fayetteville or up from Texarkana, we had people from this weekend were from Blytheville. If they're driving in that far just for Halloween night, for drive 4 hours, they're going to have to probably spend the night. So it's the weekend before.
Is this your final night, or do you go
This will be our final night.
Okay, we know Magic Screams is open another weekend. How about
It's
the
our
hotel?
final night.
This
Yeah,
is your
awesome.
final night.
We had considered that because of the rain last weekend, but it wasn't in the calendar, so we said it is what it is.
Okay, all right. Well, I hope you guys have a great Halloween night. And now I want to open it up to questions from the audience. Amy's going to bring you a microphone if you have questions. Does anybody have a question? I have one over here.
Hi, and thank you all for being here. I'm Susan Altrui, I'm the director at the Little Rock Zoo, and we had Boo at the Zoo, which was a 25-year-old Halloween festival. We don't do Boo at the Zoo anymore because it was geared more towards the little kids, and the haunts is where it's at. Targeting the teens and such, that's really where Halloween has moved to. It was very hard to do an event for the younger kids, and we now have shifted towards a Lanterns Festival, which has been very successful for us, and so the setup for that is now during the Halloween time. But one of my absolute favorite memories when we were doing Boo at the Zoo was traveling to St. Louis for the Haunt Show, which some of you may have gone to, and arriving to the Haunt Show in a decorated penguin van and pulling up to the Haunt Show where everyone is dressed in goth. Because a lot of people that do haunts, many of you may be well familiar with this, they really do live and breathe what they do. And so when we hopped out of the very cute penguin van, and they kind of looked at us like, who are these people coming to the haunt show in a penguin van? And so we were like, hey, everybody, we're here for the haunt show. And they were like, yeah, But one thing about the haunt show that I found really fascinating is all of these vendors are there. I mean, it is just aisles and aisles and aisles of haunted attraction materials. And so everyone is showing off what they're doing. And so they're scaring you around every corner. And it was literally one of the most exhausting days of my life because literally around every corner, they're scaring you and you're being terrified. So like, Brad, what you're doing is what I was doing all day. I was terrified all day. So I was exhausted at the end of the day and I needed lots of drinks to get through it. But, so I'm just curious from you all because one of the challenges of Boo at the Zoo was coming up with what was our next scary thing, big thing, like we have the tree man over here, which is probably one of your scary things for this year. You know, we put an animatronic snake at the end of our haunted train ride one year because we found that at the haunt show. You know, what is your thing this year? What's your new favorite scary attraction this year that makes your event unique this year? Or if you don't have something new, maybe what's your favorite thing that makes your attraction great?
Seth, you want to go first?
Sure. This year, we made some minor changes. So our basic attraction, as far as like the house and our scare zone, are basically the same, but it's those minor changes, more twists and turns, more uneven floors, things that make the experience different. And with different type of scare actors, that's what we've done. And one of my favorite scare actors that we actually have right now is Sparks. He's a clown. He's got dreadlocks, and he's got the gloves and the knee pads. And so when he comes sliding at you, all those sparks come flying at you. And I mean, it's just a great feel, especially after the sun goes down. It's pretty awesome. That's what I would say.
John?
And what we did this year, we didn't go as in depth in the haunted house because we felt it was solid. So we moved to the outside of our building. We beautified it a little bit. We put a 50-foot awning up to help keep people dry in the queue lines. Put a 50-foot banner down the front of that with zombies and what have you, and so that great photo ops there. We got costumes like the tree guy there for photo ops out front. We were just really into photo ops this year, so people can go around, take their photo, tag us, and just have more fun. And then I think Magic Screams does as well. We have fire dancers or fire show performing nightly when the weather permits. If it's raining, they can't do their thing outside, but we have that going. We also brought in a fortune teller, so we have them out there doing fortunes and that. So.
And Becky can.
Oh, and I have escape rooms as well. Yeah.
What kind of room?
Escape rooms.
Oh, escape rooms. Yeah.
Yeah, Becky had to remind me. I don't even know what all I got out there. It's a 3-ring circus.
It is. It really is. But in ours this year, my secretary's been on us for a long time to put the 13 ghosts in our haunted house, and we have 4 of the 13 as live ghosts in there. And one comes at you this way, one's coming at you this way, one comes this way. You round the corner and the bathtub lady's there. That was our favorite one this year that we put in new. I don't know.
Have you all checked out each other's facilities?
Usually we all are on the same calendar.
The same nights this year.
I check it out online.
Okay, okay.
You look at all our pictures.
Anybody else? I have one over here, Kathy. Becky, you want to go first?
Our regular tickets are $25 with tax included, or $30, which is for a fast pass, and that takes you to the front of the line. You skip the line. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to go through it, but our wait is anywhere from, I don't know, 15, 30 minutes. When we're real busy, it's an hour, but we brought in a DJ this year, and he DJs our waiting area. And of course, I go up and I get them to do like line dances and stuff in my costume. So,
And John?
Uh,
How long does it take to go through?
It takes, I'd say it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to go through. Our general admission price is $20. And then, but people usually stay with the fire dancers and everything. They're there for an hour or so. We have plenty of parking, and the lines flow relatively smooth. Usually, maybe tonight we'll have more than a 30-minute wait to get through the haunted house, but there's so much going on with the other stuff there, with the escape rooms, have you. That's $10. And the fortune teller also charges $10. Everything else is free. But,
You keep them entertained.
yeah.
And Seth?
A ticket to Magic Screams, if you buy it online, is $34.99 plus tax. If you buy it at the front gate, it's $39.99. We open at noon to 11 on Saturday, and we're open 9 to 11, or excuse me, noon to 9 on Sunday. And usually we offer a lot. We have our theme park. We have other things happening that are in the park. To get through the house, I would probably say it's about that 15-minute mark, give or take. And depending on what time of night it is. It's usually after our chicken hour where the line starts getting a little bit longer. I've seen some people comment that they're in line for about 45 minutes or so.
Did you really just say the chicken hour?
Yeah. I don't think that that's the official term, but that's the term that we've grown to love. It's the chicken hour.
Chicken hour. Anybody else? All right. Well, I hope everyone has a really nice Halloween. Stay safe. I hope a successful no rain. All right. And I hope to go through your houses and your events soon. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Well, I hope that some of you guys try to visit some of these haunted houses tonight. I'd love to see that. Maybe y'all can get that on camera. But for real, Becky and John. Do what? Yeah, it's the over 35 group for sure. Becky, John, Seth, and Rachel, thank you guys so much. All right, before you guys head out, I've got a little special gift for each of you. This is a little thing for your desk that features a mural that we recently just unveiled downtown in the River Market to show how much fun our city really does have. And thank you guys, because you guys add to the Little Rock metro area for sure. I mean, Fear is fun. There's a lot of entertainment in what these guys do. And so that's just another level of entertainment that you're bringing to our city that I think is really important and fun for the season. So thank you guys a lot for that. Please remember there is no lunch meeting next week. It's our club dinners. Again, we have just a few spots. If you have not registered and you really want to come, please let Karen know today and she will add you. And then you'll get your email from Mandy later today saying which dinner location you'll be going to. So happy Halloween. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day and a good holiday today. And we are adjourned. Thank you.